we now know the name of the man found dead inside this Cape Coral home. It was gutted by flames this morning. Neighbors sadly identifying the victim as 65-year-old Jim Fritz. He's an Army veteran who reportedly lived in Cape Coral for more than 2 decades. Investigators say they found his body inside his home on Northeast 12th Avenue. It's not far from Gator Circle in the northern part of Cape Coral. 4 in Your Corner Sam Sosa live in Cape Coral tonight, learning more about the victim and working to find out just how this fire started in the first place. Sam?
Amy, no investigators are on scene right now. They all left earlier this afternoon, but you can see that the house is still taped off, really charred there. I talked to multiple neighbors and even this man's caregiver who say he was a sweet, sweet man, but had some bad habits they fear may have ultimately led to his death.
I heard a loud explosion and I felt something under my feet. And probably within 10 seconds, I saw smoke billowing out the sky.
Cape neighbors hearing explosions around 10 Tuesday morning before this house on Northeast 12th Avenue filled with flames. Firefighters got there quickly because they were right next door.
Now, I just want to show you guys how close to a fire station this fire happened. That building right there is Cape Coral Fire Station 2, and then directly behind it is the house where the fire happened. Firefighters say they heard an explosion, got in their trucks, got over here, and then heard a second explosion.
So the window blew out at that time, and another explosion, and I ran around the back.
Fire officials and neighbors say they're familiar with the man who lived here.
Smoke was just coming out, and I hollered for Jim, and I hollered for Polly, and Polly the dog. I'm just devastated.
Front door neighbor Shirley B. believes Jim Fritz and his pets were inside. She tells me Fritz used an oxygen tank and recently started a fire by smoking while on oxygen. She fears that's what sparked this fire too. Aww. Here he is after that incident with his beloved dog Polly. Neighbors say the two had a very tight bond.
Very sad that happened.
His caretaker, Ileana Avendano, is devastated, telling me she warned her patient about smoking, especially while on oxygen. She describes the Army veteran as hardworking and a good person, hoping this never happens to anyone else.
People need to be careful, you know, when you smoke at home, when you use oxygen.
Now, I just want to be clear, this fire is still under investigation, and we'll let you guys know as soon as we find out the cause. At last check, investigators were still looking for that man's dog and his cat, a black lab and a tabby, so keep an eye out for them. Although they do say it's likely that the dog stayed by her owner's side and the conditions inside weren't survivable. Live in Cape Coral, Sam Sosa, Fox 4 in Your Corner.
All right, thank you for that, Sam.